I'm here with Stricto. Arsenal 1, Brentford 1. I was chatting to you on the concourse. I know you wasn't overly impressed, but is it understandable, as some people are saying, or did you expect more?
No, I mean, I wasn't overly impressed, but I wasn't overly pissed either. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was almost a nothing game. We sort of knew that there was going to be some changes made. Obviously, 3 points would have been nice, but I think the main thing is we didn't lose, keep up the momentum in terms of games going forward, especially the game on Wednesday.
No injuries that I'm hearing. That's a positive.
Of course, that's it's part of injured.
Is it?
No, I think it was precaution.
It looked precautionary to me because he put his thumbs up when he was coming off, didn't he?
I saw that as well.
Yeah.
And I think, listen, we know Liverpool winning the league. So for me, there was nothing different here.
I mean, let's be honest, man. The elephant in the room is Real Madrid. So the whole game is being framed through that reference. Now, the guys that came on today, I've asked a few of the others, and I've had differing responses, but I'd be interested to hear what you say. The rotation, the guys that came in today, they're on the periphery of the team. Do you think any of them played well today? And if so, have they done enough to maybe put themselves in the frame for a start or at least minutes on Wednesday?
I don't think anyone really did anything spectacular, just off. No, not really. But I actually think, again, similar to the Everton game that we played last week, I think the guys who started were doing all right. Didn't need to actually make the changes that we made. I didn't need to make that many changes because we know the squad is bare already, is thin, and we can't afford for anything to go wrong making those changes. And ultimately, when we made those changes, I feel the quality dropped because the players who came on definitely got their mind in Madrid. Do you understand? Because no one wants to sort of go in for a tackle or 50-50 and risk getting an injury. So I think there was no harm in just leaving it as it was. It's not like these lot play enough minutes anyway, so just let them play.
I think the rationale behind that is to give them some minutes so that they're not so that they're match ready, they're up to speed.
That's what training's for. Get up to speed in training.
Yeah, but I think you'll agree that training and match days are different, man.
No, in this occasion, that's a risk that you don't take. And ultimately, look, we ended up playing with 10 men because we used all our subs.
Where I would agree with you, there's a couple of players to me that stayed on too long. Martinelli's one, Declan Rice another one. I thought they were on the pitch for too long, especially, Martinelli and Declan Rice. I'm surprised they played that long. Martinelli played the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, Martinelli should have taken him off. Rice, I think the Rice one was a bit of balance. I think as soon as we scored, he sort of came off straight after that, so which was cool. But yeah, you just got to manage the squad better, man. Like, this game is a nothing game as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't change my mind and doesn't change my focus. My focus is on Real Madrid. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think we already know the squad is thin already, so let's just manage it. Sometimes you just can't take the risk. But listen, going forward, I think some of the players, like you said, that are on the periphery, like, they've got to start pushing. Even let's be honest. I think we've got to start having a conversation about our captain.
Yeah, well, I was chatting to, who was it I was talking to earlier? I spoke to Lee and one or two others. Dan. Yeah, it would appear that Odegaard still not quite up to speed. Is that a concern for you?
Big. He's got to step his levels up. Like, listen, on his day, Odegaard is unplayable. On his day, we know technically, his skills, his through balls, but the way he's falling off, it just doesn't seem like anything he does comes up. Even like a 5-yard pass, he can't seem to get right. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
what do you put that down to?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you whether it's the injury or maybe it's been crazy 3 seasons. He's been a consistent starter for Arsenal.
Because the injury and sickness was some time ago now, right?
Listen, I'm trying to find excuses for him. He's got to come out and tell me what's going on with him. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the fall off has been crazy. It's been crazy. Every shot he has is either going over or being blocked. I don't understand it. And he's the captain. We're going into a big game now. Mm-hmm. You need to raise your levels. It's not even a case of like, it's the end of the season, time to wind down. We are at a pivotal part of our season now, and we need him. He's our captain. He's our creator-in-chief. We need you. Do you know what I'm saying? We can't go through these games where you're just there and almost like we've got 10 men. You're influencing nothing. You're influencing nothing. And I think when the summer comes, we have a big job to do this summer in terms of signings, coming ins and coming out. I'm not saying that I would get rid of Odegaard, but I'm saying we've got to look at someone has to come in to challenge him. You know, we've got to look for someone that can at least have him worried. You know, but we definitely need that because this isn't good enough. If this is what Odegaard's going to go into next season with, then I'm afraid we're going to be in the same situation again where we're nearly men. Do you understand? So I think we've got to look at that side. But other than that, I mean, of course we need a striker. Of course, I've been saying that. But even Martinelli as well, we've got to look at that. He's got to go look at his area as well. As much as I love the kid, and I've defended him countless of times, but he's not defending me when I defended him, you know? Do you know what I'm saying?
I can count on you for a good quip.
So yeah, I would look at that side. I do think it's a huge summer. Huge, like.
On the Martinelli thing, I mean, I've said it to a few of the others. Are you not surprised that Sterling didn't get a few minutes today?
This guy and Sterling, bro. This guy and
No, but you say that, but there was people around where I was sitting. You can ask Julian. He was sat near me. They were saying the same thing. So it's not just me. I mean, listen. He played the whole game today.
Laurie.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's talk about you and Sterling. I don't know whether you're Sterling's agent. I don't know if we need to look on your Monzo account or if you got brown envelopes. I don't.
Yeah, I wish it was like that.
Sterling, I'm sorry. If Martinelli's not good enough, Sterling is definitely not good enough. He's not Arsenal level. Sterling a few seasons ago, possibly, but the stage where Arsenal at, where we need to go, Sterling shouldn't be nowhere near
Okay, I think you made your point about that.
No, but you keep bringing up. I've made my point a million times with you and Sterling.
No, but the thing is, right, it's not just me. You can ask Julian. There was people around us that were saying, why is Martinelli playing the whole game? At least bring Sterling on and give Martinelli a bit of a rest.
Not
only that, I just might add, he got fouled about 3 or 4 times. He went down quite heavily. People were worried that, listen, this guy carries on like that, man, he might be out of the game on Wednesday.
I'd rather put on the second goalkeeper, Neto, left wing than.
Now you're disrespecting him. Man.
Listen, I don't know what I'll get from Neto, but I definitely know what I'll get from Sterling. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's
Okay,
I don't mean the disrespect.
You're not disrespecting. Sounds like
Right. I wanted it to work out when we signed him. You know, when he came, you know, you thought to yourself, all right, we haven't made the adequate signings in the summer. Sterling. The deal was sweet. We're not paying a transfer fee. We're not paying all of his wages. It looked like, okay, it's a no-brainer. This guy's been about. He knows what winning is. He knows a quality player. Yeah. But I think we just got to accept there's sometimes where some players have just fallen off. You know, and it's unfortunate for him. He's been a professional footballer for so long. The levels he set for himself at this age, at his mobility, he just can't keep up with it. And that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think at this level Sterling is good enough for Arsenal. Maybe if it's a Carabao Cup, then dash him in there. But any other game outside of those things there, I'm afraid he's not it.
Okay. I think you made that unequivocally clear. So let's move on to Wednesday. That's the elephant in the room. My question to you is, how do Arsenal and Mikel Arteta approach that game? There's been a lot being said about making sure we keep them out the first 10, 15 minutes, but there is a fine balance to be struck. I mean, do we go there and just defend? The onus on defending? Do we try and attack them? We get the first goal, or do you try and play, be defensively responsible, try and catch them on the counter? If you're the manager, what tactics do you deploy?
I think, like you rightfully said, I think the first 10, 15 minutes is key in that game. We're going to have to concede possession, and in return, they're going to concede space. So we're going to have to just be hybrid and take it as it comes. They want to blitz. They need a goal early. I'm sure Arteta knows that. I'm sure the whole world knows that. So it's just a case of, all right, concede possession, but for a reason, not just because you want to hold them off. Concede possession. We saw what they were trying to do here when they came here. They conceded possession in terms and wanted the space in behind, and a few times they got in behind with just one ball. So I think we're just going to have to reverse that and just hold back. And when they lose it, Martinelli's got to be key because of his pace.
You say hold back, but the danger of doing that surely is that you're inviting so much pressure onto you that it's very difficult to get out of that rut. And then all of a sudden, man, it just becomes a bit like you're at the Alamo, man. Those balls come in wave after wave. Are you a bit worried about that?
No, that's I expect that to happen. That to happen. But I think there has to be a plan after that. You can't just be sitting back because you want to protect your 3-0 lead. I actually think what will happen is, this is what I think will happen. I think, yes, we're going to concede possession, and I think we're going to find a way in behind. I actually think we're going to score first. And scoring first, and actually think this game is going to end 5, 6, 7-0.
Wow. That's a big statement, even by your standards.
It sounds crazy. I said 3-0 was going to beat them 3-0. Everyone looked at me.
Did you say that?
Yeah, everyone looked at me and thought I was crazy. But I do really think our strength is our defence. And if we get the out ball, either Martinelli or Saka, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. They can't play balanced. We can afford to play balanced. They can't afford to do that. They have to be heavy in attack. They have to be what was it? One of them girls that got big. What do they call it?
Say less.
Yeah. They're gonna be that with no back. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no balance. So that's how it's
Top
gonna
heavy,
be.
I think
Top,
you meant,
that, Thank you. They're gonna be top heavy. Do you understand? And we have to be balanced. We've got it in its. Well, we have to be balanced. We're not in no rush. We are in no rush. I want to see Dark Arts FC. That has to come into it. We have to do everything possible. It's not even just defending, but it's actually playing to the ref, playing to the crowd. We've got to control that crowd at some point. And when we control that crowd, I see their crowd. Some of them want Ancelotti already. If we get to the point where they start waving their white handkerchiefs, you know how the Real Madrid fans do, then we've done our job. On to the next. But I am confident that we are through to the next round.
There you go. That should get you to do the team talk on Wednesday. Well